New York City's kids are caught in the middle as pandemic numbers continue to rise and fall. Schools are opening and closing left and right. The back and forth can confuse kids and take a toll on their mental health. Dr. Kate Walsh-Souchere is a licensed marriage and family therapist and is on the board of the Catholic Psychotherapy Association. She joins us now to tell us what we can do to help our children through these tough times. And doctor, the pandemic has created a very confusing time for our kids. They're either in hybrid learning, they're remote, they're in school, and as the cases surge, all of that changes and their schedules get changed. Can all of this possibly cause emotional trauma and even learning curves for our children?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Christine. And the thing is that I think that many parents fear that there will be learning gaps and that the fear of those learning gaps actually increases anxiety in the parents, which then translates to the kids.
So, what are some tips to help children deal with maybe depression or isolation during this time?
Okay. Well, one of the first things and most important is to remember that we all have personal resources that we can lean on and turn to. And so to first of all identify those resources and then use them. And I will just tell you this, that's never money. Money is never one of those resources. It's people, people who love us, our faith community, teachers who care about us. Secondly, we may decide that we forgot to breathe today, that we forgot to take a big, deep breath, because breathing will help interrupt the process of fear that is running through our bodies. And then thirdly, to think about positive thoughts. And when we think positive thoughts, we're also releasing more positive chemicals in our brain and in our body. And the last idea that I would suggest is if families have pets, have those children spend time with the pets, cuddle with the cat, spend time walking the dog, go out and play with your dog, throw a ball around, laugh, help children laugh.
And I'm sure they would love that. Are there any cues that parents can pick up on with their children to identify if they are suffering?
First one will be to watch for children being crabby, irritable, more so than less than normal. That they might be less tolerant. They might be more prone to bite someone's head off rather than to take a breath. That they're also isolating more in their room. They're not eating regular meals. They're not sleeping as well. If they're waking up with some bad dreams, and they're just confused. They're feeling like they can't get their feet on the ground. Watch for those signs.
And you have some homework for our parents at home, this worksheet that you put together to kind of gauge how your child is doing through all of this. So tell us a little bit about this. What are you looking for with this?
Especially right now, children very much feel like they're on a roller coaster. And if we can remember that Jesus is with us, buckled into the seat with us, we're not in this by ourselves. And that if we can remember that He is our presence and that we are called to have right relationship, we're called to have good relationships with others in our families, and probably most importantly, to remember to learn to regulate our emotions, not to eliminate them, but to regulate them. We are going to learn so much from this time regarding resiliency, and that comes from regulating emotions.
That's
Okay?
great. And of course, we will tell all our parents in a moment how you can get your hands on these sheets. Dr. Kate Walsh-Souchere, licensed marriage and family therapist. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. Bye.
If you're watching Currents News on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button and then click on the bell to get instant updates about all of our newest content, because we are putting your faith in the news.